MFA updates
Sawadika, welcome to MFA Update with me, Panik Nishagrayerk. This is a weekly program that focuses on Thailand's international affairs and activities. And today, His Excellency Mr. Jesฎา กตเวท the Ambassador of the Kingdom of Thailand to the Lao PDR, will tell us for more detail about the Prime Minister of the Lao PDR's visit to Thailand, a new era of strategic partnership.
The foreign affairs that matter. Special guests from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is the MFA updates.
สวัสดีค่ะคุณเจษฎา Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you too.
And first of all, I would like to ask you, what is the significance of the official visit by the Prime Minister of the Lao PDR to Thailand?
The official visit by His Excellency Mr. Pankam Vipawan, Prime Minister of the Lao PDR, is his first official visit to Thailand as the Prime Minister, which occurred at an opportune time for two main reasons. Firstly, Thailand and Lao PDR have agreed to elevate their bilateral relations to a strategic partnership for growth and sustainable development.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, Thailand and Lao PDR had naturally been strategic partners because of our geographical proximity, shared history, tradition and culture. So, to mark the elevated bilateral relations, both sides signed an action plan on strategic partnership for growth and sustainable development in a period of 5 years, from year 2022 to year 2026,
Mm-hmm.
which will implement various key priorities of cooperation, ranging from border-related issues to various forms of connectivities, sustainable development, as well as people's well-being measures. And this will surely usher in a new era of Thai-Lao bilateral relations. Secondly, it is an opportunity for the two Prime Ministers to discuss ways and means to strengthen our bilateral cooperation after the reopening of the countries, with a view to fostering an inclusive post-COVID-19 recovery. It will also strengthen both countries in order to withstand the volatility of current international situation and other challenges that may occur in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So, both countries recognize significance of this official visit. And for Laos, it is very evident from the composition of its delegation, which consists of 13 ministers from key ministries, especially the economic sector,
Mm-hmm.
such as Minister of Planning and Investment, Minister of Industry and Commerce, Ministry of Labor, Minister of Energy and Mines, as well as Minister of Public Work and Transport. So it just re-emphasized the importance of Thailand as the number one trading partner for Laos.
Mm.
And the issues of connectivities and logistics are becoming increasingly important, especially during the post-COVID recovery.
And what are the distinctive features of the Thai-Lao relations?
This is a very important question, because Thai and Laos are neighboring countries. It's a long-standing relationship. We are closely bonded by history, language, culture, and tradition. One very special characteristics of this relation is that Thai and Laos people can see each other as relatives. So we understand each other's language without the need of an interpreter or a third language. It doesn't mean that we understand each other's language 100%, but when we talk, we try to speak, our simple language. Like when I talk with my Laotian friend, I speak with simple Thai, not too complicated. So that's why a lot of people tend to misunderstood that we can understand Laos language completely. It's not correct, but at least we understand each other. And on the other hand, because of Laos people, they watch Thai television every day, so they can understand our speaking language much better than we can understand them. And this is the reality that sometimes people just misunderstood. But the close ties between the two people have laid the rock solid foundation for our friendly bilateral relations in all dimensions and all levels. So another unique aspect of Thai-Laos relation is the role of the royal family in enhancing the bonds between the two countries. In 1992, His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej the Great helped establish Hoi Son Hoi Suo Agricultural Development and Services Center at the request of His Excellency Kaisorn Phomvihar, President of Lao PDR at that time. The center was officially opened in April 1994. It was the first royal project in the Lao PDR. His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej the Great also presided over the opening ceremony of the first Thai-Lao Friendship Bridge linking Nong Khai and Vientiane in the same year. The number of royal projects in development in Laos PDR has since increased. Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Sirinthorn regularly visits the Lao PDR every year to follow up on the progress of the royal projects. During such visit, Her Royal Highness also visits the Lao people in remote areas and provide necessary aid to them. Currently, Her Royal Highness has 15 schools, mostly for tribal people in provinces, under her royal patronage. Thailand and the Lao PDR also have several cooperation frameworks to foster and maintain good relations at all levels. They encompass almost all dimensions, from political security to economic to social and culture. It can be said that Thai-Lao relations are genuinely exemplary of the 3 M's concept, which means mutual trust, mutual respect, and mutual benefit. And it forms another key distinctive feature of our relation.
So back to the official visit, what are the highlights of this visit?
So I would say that the most significant program that happened in this visit is that the Prime Minister of Lao PDR and spouse have been granted an audience with Their Majesties the King and Queen and with Her Royal Highness Princess Mahaja Prisimpon on the 2nd of June. It is very rare opportunity for any foreign dignitary to be graced with such highest honor. It just reflects enormously special relationship of our two countries. So that the second one that highlights the visit would be the presentation ceremony of an honorary doctorate degree in political science by Madjo University in recognition of the Prime Minister, Laos Prime Minister role in public administration and his enormous contribution to the improvement of educational system in the Lao PDR. And the third one that I would say that is also the highlight of the visit is a signing and exchange ceremony of key documents and memorandum of understanding or MOU, especially the signing of 5-year action plan to elevate bilateral relations to strategic partnership for growth and sustainable development by the two foreign ministers, and the exchange of the amended MOU on the cooperation for the development of power projects in the Lao PDR, which would allow Thailand to buy more clean power, clean energy from Laos based on the merits of each particular project. And moreover, there was another event for business people of the two countries to meet up and exchange views on business opportunities that arise from changes environment. The business talk with a panel discussion on the topic of vision and opportunities from the Laos-China Railway. We have opportunity for business people from the two countries to discuss trade and investment opportunities in light of the increasing connectivity within the region and the complementarities in connectivity. And I just would like to re-emphasize this complementarities part of the connectivity, because connectivity should lead to competition. But we chose to take the path of complementarities rather than competition in our connectivity, and this is very important and is the heart of our endeavor together. The second topic of discussion is on investment in the Lao PDR. So, and it's followed by business networking between representatives from private sector of Thailand and the Lao PDR. So that cover up, all the highlights and the importance, apart from, the regular program of, plenary meeting of, Prime Minister and accompanying Minister. As I mentioned, on the Lao side, there are 13 ministers accompanying his Prime Minister this time.
Can I wrap up to the final question that how will Thailand and the Lao PDR cooperate on economic development and connectivity in your opinion, please?
What we are going to do together in the future has to start with our perception. First and foremost is that we have to see the Lao PDR in a new perspective as what they are, what they really are right now, not in the past. So the perception of a landlocked country, small economy with limited purchasing power is over. It's gone. rather, we should see the country as a potential regional connector. As our audience have heard a lot about, the Laos that announced, the new policy to turn the country from landlocked country to land link. So they are located at strategic location to connect, the transport route, from the region and to China in particular. So this is a very important perception that we need to see it as it is. So so it after and connectivity would be the key for our cooperation in the future. So people talk a lot about the railway network from China to Laos, and how we can maximize the use of that railway. And the next step is how to connect that railway, China Laos railway to Thai railway network. So that there was a plan for another bridge for the train. So it would be side by side with the existing bridge at Nong Khai, just only 40 meters apart, and that would link the train directly from China to go across the river and to the station on the Thai side. The train station, the Natha train station in Nong Khai would be the main interchange hub for the commodities and cargoes from China that destined to Lam Chabang, Deep Sea Port, or go further south to other ASEAN countries, Malaysia, Singapore. So this is very important for that. And as I mentioned earlier, it's we need to seek the way and for complementarities of both countries. What we do, we need to see when we have the planning. When we plan the project, we need to see what's happening on the other side. That's so we don't duplicate things, and it would be such a waste of money and budget. So we do things, we talk with one another that what you did and what we gonna do to complement it. That would help both countries, and it leads to win-win situation.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. For more information about the Prime Minister of the Lao PDR's visit to Thailand, a new era of strategic partnership. So we're going to see a new era of strategic partnership. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The foreign affairs that matter. Special guests from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is the MFA updates.
Don't forget to follow the YouTube channel MFA Thailand and Facebook page FM88 Radio Thailand English for more updates. And it's time to say goodbye. See you next week. I'm Panik Nisha Grairak. สวัสดีค่ะ
MFA updates.